Welcome back everybody. So today we're going to be fitting a dash cam into my mate's 2019 Mercedes C43. We're going to be using a dash cam by a company called FITCAMX. Now they supply and make or design sort of factory style, factory fitted cameras that integrate into the top where your rear view mirror are, and they have a bespoke harness per the car, and they just connect into there. So there's no sort of real running of cables, and it's all very much plug and play, and it all looks very factory. I've used them before on a few of my friends' cars. I remember on Lewis's M140i and so on, but they make them for about 300 different cars, I think it was, covering all your sort of Mercedes, Audis, Volkswagens, all that lot, Toyotas a lot. They do 4K, 2K cameras, front and rear cameras. Today we're only going to be doing a 4K front camera. It's only because the rear tint on this car is very dark. So I don't know how well the camera would work on the back. So it is just going to be a 4K front camera. But like I say, you can get 2K, 4K front and rear for most cars. And it's only actually about 250 quid, I think it was. So they're not overly that dear. So what we'll do is I'll go through how quick and simple they are to install. You get everything you need in the box, and at the end I'll do a little review, and I'll show you. Hopefully I'll just upload a video of the camera working itself, but I'll show you how we get on. So in the box itself, what you get a accessories box. In your accessories box you will find little USB card reader adapter, which is quite good actually, just in case you'll need it later on, and I'll show you why. You get a panel tool again, which is brilliant, because this is basically all you're going to need to fit it. And then each one will come with its own bespoke harness. Now I'll check to see where this one connects into. They all connect into different things, whether it's your sort of lighting for your sort of harness for the dimming of your rear view mirror, if it has that, or if it has cameras, not cameras but sensors, and that different sensors built in. That's where they get the power off for the harness. But we'll work that one out as we go along. And then you also get user manual, quick read of that, job done. And then also in here you'll get the camera itself. So as you can see, it is a complete panel, new panel for above where the rear view mirror is. Yeah, the panel itself with the camera. As we go along, we don't remember not to miss that. We'll take that off. Here's your camera. On the side of the camera, you've got your holder for the built-in micro SD card. It's got a 64 gig Lexus micro SD card with it, which is good. So with these cameras, you can record onto the camera, but there is also an app for your phone that you can log into your camera. You can view the videos off your camera, download them, delete them, and so on, just in case. But obviously, if need be, pop your SD card out, whack it in your supply adapter, and put it onto your laptop. You got the power button, and you have a screenshot button as well. So if you're going along and you need to quickly snapshot something, you can hit the snapshot button and say take a picture of the car in front, the number plate, for instance, and so on. That's in the kit. We'll get on to installing it. So first things we need to do is pop this cover off. Now we obviously have the supplied panel tool. We'll just gently pop in around the outside. Now with the new one, there is a little pop. So what we need to do, once you've done that, just in this inner bit. Once you popped this little bit at the back here, that then slides out. So that bit slides out. And then this bit slides forward. And pops off. All we do now is, I'll bring the camera around just to show you. But there's a white harness on the side here, which is for your rain sensors, I believe. And all we're going to do is, I'll just take this off. So round at the back, you've got this connector here for the rain sensor. Basically, all you're going to do is gently, once it's in focus again, there's a little clip just there. Push that in. It's a bit hard doing it left-handed, but push that clip in and that pulls out. Okay. Then all you're going to do, using your supplied harness, is connect the end back in and then basically connect the end that you took out originally into there, and then that is the power harness done. Okay, so once that harness is in place, you're going to take hold of the new camera, going to connect the power cable to the harness, just like that basically. Then all you've got to do is tuck that cable up, slot this in behind, and then basically it clips on exactly the same as the original one. So all you've got to do is, where you've got these clips here, line them up with the little dowels that are down the side, and then it will clip on. Just make sure when you're putting it in, the cable doesn't get in the way. Just move the cables out to the side. She does want to play ball with me, but there we go. Right. So that is all clipped into place. Then all you've got to do is slide this new bit back into place there. That will slide into place, clip up, and there we go. That is it in and working. Car ignition is off, but it is sort of live, and the camera is already on. Well, that's the camera installed. Like I say, literally that would have taken me probably 5-10 minutes max if I wasn't recording it. Really simple to do, which is what I love about these cameras from FITCAM. You know, they are exactly what they are. They're factory style fitted cameras. They all fit nicely, they wire in easily. One thing I didn't mention earlier, obviously we were using the bespoke harness for the vehicle, which on this occasion I think plugs into the rain sensor or the traffic sensor, I think it is. But there's 3 different ways you can wire it in. You've got that one, you've got a OBD2 sort of socket adapter one, which you have sort of run the cable up the A-pillar and that, like sort of normal dash cams, as it were. And they also have one which connects into your fuse box, which is sort of your, I think you'd class it as parking mode. It doesn't record all of the time. I think it only records for certain periods of time when the car's stationary or turned off. It doesn't do 24-hour recording, but it does do your sort of parking mode. So that is good. Again, like I say, very simple to fit, very easy to fit. The only about 250 quid for the front camera. ranging sort of £300 plus if you want front and rear, depending on your vehicle. Like the Porsches and bits and bobs, it's going to be slightly more expensive because it is sort of bespoke fit. But again, very simple, very cheap. I've fitted several FITCAMXs now, or cameras from FITCAMX. Whether I'm saying that correct or not, I don't know. But yeah, that for the value, they're brilliant. The quality is good. I think this one's 4K, but they do a 4K, 2K. The rear camera's 2K. Like I said, on this occasion, I didn't fit the rear camera because the tint is far too dark. But yeah, what can I say? I think they're worth the money. I've fitted several, and everyone's always been happy with them, and they have all fitted the same. So yeah, absolutely. What I'll do, I'll leave a link to their website in the description. I'll leave my details in the description, an email for me as well. So if you have any questions, queries, drop me an email, and I'll always get back to you. I'll leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you. But as always, you know, I hope the video was helpful. Please like, subscribe to the channel. I do a lot of CarPlay stuff and bits and bobs and off-roading. But yeah, if not, I'll well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. What we'll do is I'll put some footage from the camera on the end of the video, just so you can see the quality. If I run out of time, I don't get it from this car. I think I still have some from the BMW, so I'll upload that. But it's exactly the same camera. Obviously, it's just fitted to a different car.